Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. What we're going to be doing today is we'll be looking at all of our Major League Baseball games we have coming up for Saturday, May 3rd. We're going to break down every single matchup today, look at the rosters, the batting order, the pitching, try to predict the outcome for every single game today. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, and we'll also take a very in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a baseball fan, if you're a sports fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you agree, disagree, drop a comment below. I'm going to make sure to respond to every single comment for this video. And also, if you want to join one of our member links below, it is pinned down in the comments. Just make sure to click there and you can sign up for that. But guys, we have 15 games in total. We have everyone playing today. We have all of the NFL college football news going on. We just had the NFL draft. We have college football, spring ball going on, transfer portal stuff. We also go over every game once the NFL and the college football season starts as well. So like I said, if you're a sports fan, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We have 15 games in total today. We're going to start running through these games as quickly as we can. The season's starting to get really good. We're closing in on our 6th week of the Major League Baseball season for the 2025 year. Let's get started. The very first one we have kicking things off is going to be on the MLB Network. It's an early one at 1:05 p.m. We have the 14-18 Tampa Bay Rays versus the 19-13 New York Yankees. The Yankees right now in first place in the AL East. The Rays are 4th place. This is an interesting game because the Rays usually play the Yankees very close, but the Yankees have actually been beating them so far this season. Yankees preseason probably had the best pitching staff in all of baseball. They lost Garrett Cole, but yet still, the way they are pitching right now, they are still on their way. They probably still have a top 5 pitching staff right now, especially after what Max Fried did yesterday. Right now, the Yankees have a 62% chance to win this game. The Rays a 38% chance to win. The Yankees come in here 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 9.5. The Yankees are minus 185. The Rays are plus 155. Tampa Bay comes in. They're averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting 248, 27 home runs, 33 steals. Very aggressive on the base pass. They're giving up 3.57 runs per game, but you have to give the edge to the Yankees bullpen-wise, even though those injuries are starting to stack up. The Yankees right now, they're averaging 5.7 runs a game. The Yankees, one of the best offenses in baseball, a top 3 overall offense, and they have a top 2 home run hitting team. This team has a lot of power. They're hitting 267 as a team. No issues right now getting guys on base. 53 home runs, 22 steals, a 3.72 team average. And obviously they're going to be led by Aaron Judge. The numbers he's putting up this season is crazy. It's video game numbers through the first month. He's hitting 430 right now, 32 RBIs, 10 home runs. He can carry this team single-handedly, and he's probably due for another home run. Pitching matchup, we're going to have Zach Littell, career 4.02 ERA, 1-5 record this season, 5.03 ERA this year. 34 innings, 22 strikeouts. His biggest issue has been the home run. He's got to keep the ball in the ballpark. And then you have Clark Schmidt. Last season, 2.85 ERA for the Yankees. Pitched much better so far than he is this season, but look for that ERA to start coming down. This year, he has an 0-1 record, 5.52 ERA, 14.2 innings, 15 strikeouts, 9 walks. Got to keep the walks down. Keep the guys off base. He has a shot to win here. Give me the Yankees to win to cover the spread. I'll go with the over, but this is one of those games because Tampa Bay plays the Yankees hard. You always want to keep your eye on it. And at 2:10 p.m., we have the 16-15 Houston Astros versus the 9-23 Chicago White Sox. I said yesterday, Chicago White Sox, very scrappy team, usually a very competitive team. Yes, they lose a lot of games, lost 121 games last season, but they're playing much better this season, being competitive. They actually pulled off the upset yesterday. Props to them. The biggest question here is, can they do it again back-to-back games? Right now, the Astros, 62.3% chance to win this game. You have the White Sox coming in here. 37.7% chance. Houston, heavy favorites here. 2.5 run favorites. The over-under is 7.5. The Astros come in right now. They are minus 255. The White Sox plus 210. So Vegas is not giving them a shot here to pull off back-to-back wins. The Astros are starting to average some more runs, starting to get that offense going. The offense was very slow to start the season. This has been a pitching-led team, but they're starting to get some production outside of Jose Altuve. Once they get Alvarez going, he's a guy that can single-handedly carry this offense, averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting 236, 25 home runs, 20 steals, giving up 3.23 runs per game. That is obviously a top 6 pitching team in baseball. The White Sox are averaging 3.5 runs a game, hitting 213, 25 home runs, 23 steals, giving up 4.05 runs per game. Actually not pitching that bad considering their record. Right now the White Sox are going with Davis Martin, who's having a surprisingly very solid season. 1-3 record, 3.24 ERA, 33.1 innings, 21 strikeouts, 11 walks, 4 home runs given up. And then for the Astros, they have Hunter Brown, who's putting up some crazy numbers this season. 4-1 record, 1.22 ERA, solid pitching to the first month, 37 innings, 40 strikeouts. He had a great season last year. He only has 7 walks, only 1 home run given up through his first 6 starts. That's a good start to the season. Look for Hunter Brown to continue that. The Astros get back in the win column. They win this one. They cover the spread. I'm going with the over. And then at 2:15 p.m., we have the 22-11 New York Mets, first place in the NL East, tied for most wins in baseball versus the 14-19 St. Louis Cardinals. One thing you have to respect about the St. Louis Cardinals is they do average a lot of runs. You have to respect that offense. The Mets are starting to score some runs too. The offense was very slow to get started this season. They basically had 3 guys hitting: Lindor, Soto, Alonso, but now that 4 through 9, they're starting to get some production from them in the batting order, and they still have the number 1 overall team ERA in all of baseball. Right now, the Mets, they have a 51.7% chance to win. St. Louis, a 48.3%. Very close here, practically a 50-50 pick'em. Right now, the Mets, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. New York, minus 150. St. Louis is plus 125. The Mets come in. They've gotten that run average up to 4.7 runs a game, hitting 244, 36 home runs, 19 steals, only giving up 2.68 runs per game. That's obviously a really good number. And for St. Louis, they're averaging 4.6 runs a game, hitting 256, 30 home runs, 25 stolen bases, a 4.22 ERA. They have Newt Barr, Donovan, they have Nolan Arenado. They have a lot of productive hitters here. They're going to potentially score some runs. They're going to keep this game close. Looking at the pitching matchup, we're going to have Tyler McGill going for the Mets. Yes, he didn't have his best start his last start, but this is a guy who had a great second half to last season. He has injuries concerns throughout his entire career. If he stays healthy, he can have a really productive season. He's had a great start to the year overall. 3-2 record, 1.74 ERA, 31 innings, 39 strikeouts, only 1 home run given up. And then for the Cardinals, they have Eric Feedy going 1-3 record, 4.68 ERA. For his career, he's 4.8. He has 32.2 innings, 17 strikeouts, 16 walks. He puts a lot of guys on bases. He doesn't give up the home run, but if he's putting guys on bases, you don't want guys on base when you have Pete Alonso coming up. I'm going to go with the Mets to win this one, but it is practically a pick-em to me. Mets win. They cover the spread. We'll go with the over. And at 3:07 p.m., we have the 18-14 Cleveland Guardians versus the 16-16 Toronto Blue Jays, back to 500. Right now, the Blue Jays have a 54.6% chance to win. Cleveland, a 45.4% chance to win. Toronto, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. The Blue Jays are minus 135. The Guardians are plus 115. Cleveland comes in. They're averaging 3.8 runs a game, hitting 233, 34 home runs, 23 steals, giving up 4.3 runs per game. A very underappreciated bullpen. And for Toronto, the biggest knock that I can make for them is they're just not hitting that many home runs. When you look at this lineup, they have a lot more home run potential than they've actually been playing with. They have Springer, Vlad Guerrero, Bichette. They have a lot of guys who can cream the ball. They're just not getting it from them so far. But if they can turn that on, that offense can carry them. They're averaging 3.5 runs a game, hitting 237, only 19 home runs, 20 steals, giving up 4.31 runs per game. And looking at the pitching for the Guardians, we have Gavin Williams going this season, 2-2 record, 5.14 ERA, 28 innings, 28 strikeouts, 30 hits, 14 walks, only 5 home runs. And then for the Blue Jays, they're going to have Kevin Gausman going for his career, a 3.85 ERA this season, 2-3 record, 4.5 ERA. So just a little higher than normal. Look for that number to come down as the season goes on. 34 innings, 28 strikeouts, only 4 home runs keeping the ball in the ballpark. I could see the Guardians potentially pulling off the win here, but give me Toronto to be able to cover the spread here. And I'll go with the under. And at 4:05 p.m., we have the 6-26 Colorado Rockies versus the 20-13 San Francisco Giants. It's crazy that you could be 20-13 and you're third place in the NL West. Right now, the Giants, one of the surprising teams this season. They can hit, they can pitch. They have a 64.8% chance to win. Colorado is probably the worst team in baseball right now. They have a 35.2% chance to win. The Giants, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. San Francisco comes in minus 290. and the Rockies are plus 235. Giants, heavy favorites. Right now, Colorado's still struggling to score runs consistently. 3.2 runs a game, hitting 211, 26 home runs, 14 steals, giving up 5.3 runs per game. And for San Francisco, 4.6 runs a game, hitting 227, 31 home runs, 21 steals, giving up 3.56 runs per game. Pitching-wise, we have Brady Blaylock right now going for Colorado. Awful start to the season. Last season, his ERA was just under 7. So far this year, in only 7 innings, he has a 10.29 ERA, but he hasn't pitched very many innings. Only 7 innings, 3 strikeouts. So look for that number to hopefully come down because that's just an awful ERA. And then he's going up against Jordan Hicks right now, who for his career, a 4.11 ERA, this season 1-3 record, 6.12. So way higher than normal. 32.1 innings, 27 strikeouts. The thing here is, this is Colorado's best chance to beat the Giants in this series. Jordan Hicks giving up a lot of runs. Colorado, you have to be able to take advantage of that. You don't have that big of a discrepancy pitching matchup-wise here. Both pitchers are getting shelled. Can you outscore the Giants in this game on the road? Give me San Francisco to win it, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And at 4:05 p.m., the 20-11 San Diego Padres, second place in the NLS versus the 12-21 Pittsburgh Pirates. Right now, San Diego 55.5% chance to win. The Pirates a 44.5. San Diego's here, 1.5 run favorites. The over/under is 8.5. The Padres are -120. The Pirates are even. I could see a potential upset alert in this game. Right now, San Diego, they're averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting 259, 26 home runs, 26 steals, a 2.86 team ERA, a top 2 ERA just behind the New York Mets, and their bullpen has been pitching elite so far this season. A lot of really close games here, and obviously you have Fernando Tatis, who's just having a great open to the season. He's hitting 345, 8 home runs, 18 steals. This team can beat you multiple ways. They have Manny Machado backing him up. And for the Pirates, they're averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting 224, 24 home runs, 35 steals, 4.23 runs per game. They'll have Bailey Faulkner pitching for them today. 1-3 record, 5.93 ERA. He has a high career ERA, so he's kind of right on point where he usually falls. 30.1 innings, 22 strikeouts. He doesn't walk very many people. He doesn't give up very many home runs, but he gives up a lot of hits. He gives up a lot of small ball scores. And then you have Randy Vasquez right now going for the Padres. 1-3 record, 4.28 ERA, 27.1 innings, 10 strikeouts. You gotta get those strikeouts numbers up. Only 1 home run, 19 walks. He's putting a lot of guys on base. He's flirting with disaster somewhat. I could see this game. I could see the potential for the upset here. Pirates, you got to take one of these games in this series. Give me the Pirates. I'm just going to go out on a ledge. This might be completely crazy. Pirates win this one. Going with the +1.5. Going with the under. And on Fox Sports 1, the 13-20 Minnesota Twins at 4:10 visiting the 18-16 Boston Red Sox. Boston won this game yesterday. Right now they have a 58% chance to win. The Twins a 42% chance, but Minnesota finds themselves as the Vegas favorite here. 1.5 run favorites. The over-under is 9.5. The Twins are even. The Red Sox -120. So the Red Sox obviously have a chance to win this game. Twins come in much better than they've been playing this season. They kind of started out really slow, caught some fire. Now they're back to sliding. A lot of pressure on this coaching staff. You have to get things back on track. You don't want the season to get away from you. They're averaging 3.8 runs a game, hitting 235, 25 home runs, 18 steals, giving up 3.52 runs per game. Pitching has not been a problem for the Red Sox, averaging 5.1 runs a game. Fenway, very hard place to play for the visiting team. A lot of runs could potentially be scored here. They're hitting 251, 40 home runs, 36 steals, giving up 4.03 runs per game. The Red Sox are going with the young pitcher. They're going to be going with Dobbins in this game. 2-0 record, 2.45 ERA, 11 innings, 11 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 home run. And for the Twins, they're going to be going with Bailey Ober, 3-1 record, 4.13 ERA, 32.2 innings, 25 strikeouts. One thing that I'll say about him is for his career, he usually hovers between that 3.8 to 4 ERA. Very solid pitcher. He obviously has to have the advantage here versus the young rookie pitcher, but give me the Red Sox and that offense to pull off the upset win here. I'm going with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And at 4:10 p.m. we have the 18-15 Athletics versus the 12-19 Miami Marlins coming off a loss yesterday. Right now the Marlins have a 53% chance to win. The A's a 47% chance to win. Miami is the favorite here. 1.5 run favorites at home. The over-under is 8.5. The Marlins are minus 125. The Athletics plus 105. The A's come in. The A's, this team lives by the home run. They hit a lot of home runs. That's mainly the main perpetrator for all of the runs they're scoring. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 253, 41 home runs, 10 steals, giving up 4.45 runs per game. The Marlins, they can average some runs, but it's that pitching. That pitching has been awful this season. The worst in baseball. They average 4.5 runs a game, hitting 255, 27 home runs, 23 steals, giving up 5.89 runs per game. No matter where they go, this team gives up runs. So the thing is they have to be able to outscore the A's here. For the pitching matchup, we have Bido right now going for the A's. 2-2 record, 4.31 ERA, 31.1 innings, 17 strikeouts, 12 walks, 6 home runs. And then for the Marlins, you have Max Meyer going 2-3 record, 3.18 ERA. Probably their best pitcher so far this season. 34 innings, 47 strikeouts. He's been lining guys up, striking them out, only giving up 4 home runs. Give me the Marlins to win this game. I could see the A's winning it. If he doesn't have his control today, the ball gets left out over the plate. They're going to make him pay for that. But he's their guy. The Marlins got to take one of these games. Give me Meyer to win this game. They cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over this game. And at 6:05 p.m., we have the 17-15 Arizona Diamondbacks, 4th place in the NL West. Very, very difficult competitive division. The best division in baseball so far this season. They'll be facing off versus the 18-14 Phillies, who won a very close game yesterday. Right now, the Phillies 48.1% chance to win, but the fans give Arizona a 51.9% chance to win. So that's pretty interesting here because the Phillies are 1.5 run favorites. The over-under is 9.5. Philadelphia minus 125. The Diamondbacks are plus 105. Arizona, one of the best offenses in baseball. They have a top 5 overall offense, 5.2 runs a game, hitting 245, 42 home runs, 27 steals, pitching much better than last year, giving up 4.39 runs per game. And they have Perdomo, Naylor, Suarez. This team has a lot of productive bats, and for the Phillies, once they get Bryce Harper going, this team is going to be cruising. Some people pick them to compete and win the World Series this season. They are just behind the Mets, 2nd place in the NL East, averaging 4.6 runs a game, hitting 251, 27 home runs, 30 steals, giving up 4 runs per game. Schwarber, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, a lot of good bats there, and they have a very deep starting rotation. Right now, you have the Diamondbacks going with Pafat, 5-1 record, 2.78 ERA, 35.2 innings, 29 strikeouts, only 6 walks given up through 6 starts, only 5 home runs given up. And for the Phillies, they have the veteran Aaron Nola going. Very bad opening to the season for him, but Aaron Nola, one of my favorite pitchers to watch for his career 3.5 ERA. Very, very consistent pitcher throughout his career, over and over again every year, 200 strikeouts. This season, 0-5 record. It's crazy. He's still looking for his first win, 5.4 ERA, 35 innings, 37 strikeouts. But this guy's going to get on track. When he gets on track, he's going to get on track in a big way. Give me the Phillies winning this game in a close one here. They cover the spread. I'm going with the under. And at 6:40 p.m., we have the 14-19 Washington Nationals, who's kind of a scrappy team here, versus the 18-15 Cincinnati Reds. The Reds, their offense started out the season really slow, but after about 2 weeks, they got really hot. They score a lot of runs, pitching well right now. Cincinnati, 68.2% chance to win. They're 2nd place in the NL Central. The Washington Nationals, a 31.8% chance to win. The Reds are here, 1.5 run favorites. The over-under is 8.5. Cincinnati, they're minus 185. The Reds are plus 155. Washington right now, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 240, 33 home runs, 28 steals, giving up 5.27 runs per game. They give up a lot of runs. It's going to be the main thing that's going to hold them down. They have to get that offense really clicking if they want to outscore you, but every game's going to be a shootout. And for Cincinnati, they're averaging 5.1 runs per game, hitting 249, 35 home runs, 35 steals. Very balanced team on offense, only giving up 3.53 runs per game. You're going to have Trevor Williams right now going for Washington. For his career, 4.03 guy. This season off to a very slow start. 1-3 record, 5.7 ERA, 30 innings, 26 strikeouts. His biggest issue is just plainly giving up hits, giving up base hits, not home runs. And for the Reds, they're going with Nick Lodolo. 3-2 record, 2.25 ERA, 36 innings, 27 strikeouts, keeping the hits down, keeping the walks down, keeping the home runs down. Give me the Cincinnati Reds to win this game, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And at 7:05 p.m., we have the 19-12 Seattle Mariners versus the 16-17 Texas Rangers, who are starting to slip a little bit. Right now, Seattle 57.5% chance to win. Texas a 42.5. The Mariners 1.5 run favorites here. The over/under is 8.5. Seattle they're minus 130. The Rangers are plus 110. One thing about the Rangers is their offense has been very slow to get started. This was supposed to be a team with one of the best offenses in baseball and a much improved pitching staff. It's been the pitching staff that's been elite so far this season, and the offense has been really slow to get started. If they ever turn it on, they're going to make teams pay. Right now, Seattle, though, just playing really complimentary baseball. 5.1 runs a game, top 5 offense, hitting 241, 45 home runs, 37 steals, only giving up 3.74 runs per game. This is a team that could beat you multiple ways, and once Rodriguez gets hot, they're going to be even better. For Texas, right now they're averaging 3.2 runs a game, hitting 229, 30 home runs, 27 steals, giving up 3.26 runs per game. They have Patrick Corbin going. Patrick Corbin, the veteran, 5 straight seasons with an over 5 ERA. He's having his best start this season in a long time. You might have to start believing because it keeps continuing, but I need to see it go on for a little longer for me to actually buy it. He's been bad for a while now. 2-1 record, 3.79 ERA. You have to give the guy props, though. 19 innings, 15 strikeouts. He is a strikeout pitcher, and for the Mariners, they have Luis Castillo going for his career, 3.56 ERA. 3-2 record this season, 3.62 ERA. So pretty much right on point. 32.1 innings, 28 strikeouts, only 3 home runs given up. Give me Seattle to win this game, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And a very competitive NL Central matchup at 7:10 p.m. The 20-13 Chicago Cubs. What a season they're having. They have the number 1 offense in baseball. Pretty solid pitching, but it's what they do on offense. Really good baseball. Facing off first the 16-17 Milwaukee Brewers. They've been hovering around 500. You got to take this team serious. They give up some runs, but they score a lot of runs as well. Right now, the Brewers 50.5% chance to win. Chicago 49.5%. So you see that split. Almost a 50-50 pick 'em here. Right now, Chicago 1.5 run favorites. The over under here is 8.5. The Cubs are minus 110. Milwaukee minus 110 as well. Chicago comes in number 1 offense, 6 runs a game, hitting 264, 46 home runs, 44 steals. This team can hit for power. They can get on base. They can be aggressive on the base pass and steal bases, and they're giving up 3.98 runs per game. For the Brewers, 5 runs a game, 244, 27 home runs, 40 steals. This is a team that usually has to live by small ball, and they do it so well. They know how to get guys that are on base to score, and they're giving up 4.33 runs per game. They have talent right now going for the Cubs. 1-1 record, 4.01 ERA, 33.2 innings, 26 strikeouts, only 7 walks, only 5 home runs given up in his 5 or 6 starts. And then you have Jose Cantilla going right now. Picked up basically exactly where he left off with the Mets last season, and he's pitching even better. 4-0 record, 1.14 ERA. So some people might say that he's actually due to get shelled here for his career. 3.7 ERA, 23.2 innings, 15 strikeouts, 8 walks, 1 home run. Give me the Brewers here to pull off the upset. Chicago, let's call it what it is. They beat the crap out of them yesterday. The bats might be a little silent today. Brewers win this one, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under. This was a really close game yesterday. The Dodgers eked out a really close win. Props to them. Fun game for both teams. On Fox at 7:15 p.m., we have the 22-10 LA Dodgers, first place in the NL West. The best roster in baseball, top to bottom. But they have a lot of injury issues going on right now, and they're facing the hot 14-17 Atlanta Braves. Started out the season 0-7. I said absolutely zero reason to panic. Since then, they've gone 14-10. Yes, they dropped that one yesterday, but it was a close game. The Dodgers have shown themselves to be mortal here. The Braves have a shot to steal one here. Right now, the Dodgers 44% chance to win. The Braves a 56% chance to win. The Dodgers 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 8.5. The Dodgers are minus 105. The Braves are minus 115. Dodgers one of the best offenses in baseball. 5.4 runs a game, hitting 258, 50 home runs, 23 steals, giving up 3.86 runs per game. The Braves are starting to hit. This is all without their best hitter here. Once he gets them back, he's going to light a spark under this offense. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 245, 35 home runs, 19 steals, giving up 4.22 runs per game. You have the young guy Sasaki going up. He's had some high highs this season, some low lows, but overall solid first year with the Dodgers. 0-1 record, 3.55 ERA, 25.1 innings, 20 strikeouts. It's the walks. 18 walks, kind of flirting a little bit with disaster, putting a lot of guys on base. And then you have Spencer Schwallenbach right now going for the Braves. 1-2 record, 2.87 ERA, 37.2 innings, 33 strikeouts, only 6 walks, only 4 home runs given up. You have to respect the Dodgers and what they can do on offense here. They can put together runs, but give me the Braves to pull this one out, going with the plus 1.5. I'm going really low, really close scoring, going with the under. And what's an interesting game here on Fox at 7:15 p.m., the 17-16 Kansas City Royals, one of the better pitching teams in baseball, but one of the worst offenses. They have to give their starting pitcher some run support. They'll be facing off first the 13-18 Baltimore Orioles. Right now, the Orioles 52.7% chance to win. KC a 47.3% chance to win. But the Royals 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. Kansas City minus 105. Baltimore is minus 115. One thing about Baltimore, they have a lot of young power here. We knew pitching was going to be a problem coming into this season. It is definitely a massive problem. They get shelled every single game, but thankfully for them, Kansas City, they just can't score a lot of runs. Right now, the KC Royals, you have them coming in, they're averaging 3.3 runs a game, hitting 234, only 15 home runs, one of the worst power teams in baseball, if not the worst. 26 steals, 3.16 runs per game. They only give up 3.16 runs per game, and still, their offense is just barely scoring more runs than that. That is some really good pitching. For the Orioles, they're averaging 4 runs a game, hitting 223, 37 home runs, 18 steals. Pitching is the problem for them, 5.47 runs per game. Looking at our pitching matchup here, we actually have an under-the-radar, really good one. You have Chris Bubik right now going for KC, 2-2 record, 2.25 ERA, 36 innings, 37 strikeouts, only 2 home runs given up. Baltimore has a lot of power. He's keeping the ball in the ballpark, keeping the ball on the ground. And then you have Sagana right now going for the Orioles, 3-1 record, probably their best pitcher, 3 ERA, 33 innings, 17 strikeouts. He gives up some home runs, but overall solid season for him. Casey just can't hit home runs. Give me Baltimore to pull off the upset here. I'm going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And our final game, the last one of the day on MLB Network at 9:38 p.m. We have the 21-12 Detroit Tigers. What a season for them. They have the offense. They have the pitching. They'll be facing off first the 12-19 Angels. The Angels, they have a lot of difficulty scoring runs, but all of the runs are scored via the long ball. They just have to get someone on base when they hit the long ball. Way too many solo home runs, but you got to respect the power. Right now, the Tigers, 64.5% chance to win. The Angels, a 35.5. Detroit, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. The Tigers are minus 185. The Angels are plus 155. Detroit overall, they're averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting 245, 34 home runs, 14 steals, giving up 3.01 runs per game. That's a top 5 overall pitching team. The Angels, 3.7 runs a game, hitting 214, 41 home runs. Gotta respect the power. 14 steals, giving up 4.91 runs per game. They're not getting enough runs across the board. They're not pitching well enough. Right now, this is going to be a veteran-on-veteran pitching matchup. You have Jake Flaherty right now going for the Tigers. 1-3 record, 3.34 ERA, 32.1 innings, 38 strikeouts for his career, 3.8, and he's going up against Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks is only 35, but for some reason, it seems like he's been pitching forever. Seems like he's 45 to 50 years old. For his career, a 3.7 ERA, having a really bad start to the season. 0-3 record, 6.65, 23 innings, 13 strikeouts, giving up a lot of walks, 12 walks in 23 innings, practically a walk every other inning, putting too many guys on base here versus the Tigers, but he's probably due for a good surprising start. He is a veteran, he can turn it on at any point, but give me the Tigers to win this one, to cover the spread, and we're going to go with the over. Guys, that's our breakdowns, our predictions, and best bets for all of our baseball games for Saturday, May 3rd. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, drop them below, and I will respond. If you want to join one of our team member groups, click on the link pinned in the comments. Thank you.